Come to find out, after working on this boat for over a week, he found out from the owner that he ran it aground. He didn't tell us that. Big V62 Princess. I think he might have got into some sand because he scoured all the prop speed off. I don't think that's normal wear. See, the tips of the rudders are also wore off. See this line right here? Yeah, scratches in the prop speed right here. So he got into something. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean the shaft off, get that prop speed off there, and then we're gonna take that dial indicator thing I have and clamp it onto the strut and put it on there and spin it and see if the shafts are straight. So these are Veeam propellers. You see these little plastic strips in here? They can put these in there and it tunes the blades. This doesn't have a cotter pin. It's only got one nut, but it's got this locking tab right here. We just have to bend these down. It's a stainless steel washer. And then we'll get the props off. That black stuff, that's the inside of the cutlass bearing. So we have to do these two, and then we'll have to do those two up there. Well, zincs are missing from, there's supposed to be a zinc on there. Threads into that hole right there. We'll have to see if we can get some zincs. Yeah, I'm missing off both sides. And that looks like it might be broken off inside there. That's not going to be any good. I know, it's growth. We'll have to see if he wants us to fix that. He probably left his engines running when he pulled in and sucked up all kinds of weed. Oh yeah, not too bad on that side. This side has a whole bunch more, but we'll see. Got a bunch of weed in his intake scoops.
Yeah, probably because of
the haul out. Yep.
Orgasm out there. Watch your head.
Yep, I'm watching my head, baby. See these zincs right here? These are the ones that they're supposed to have on the front. These are no good either. You can see they're all ate up. He's missing zincs on the front. These need to be replaced. Should probably replace these. We have to put these on this shaft if I can get the right size clamp here. So these are not magnetic. This normally would just clamp on here magnetically, but these are bronze, so it doesn't work. The base doesn't work. So we have to clamp this on here like that. Okay, so once Chris gets here with the other clamps, because these clamps aren't going to work, we're going to clamp this on here just like that, and that sits on the shaft. We take this, loosen that up. So let's say it's sitting right there on the shaft. I mean, it's hard to tell, but you zero this out, and then you turn the shaft, and you see if it's bent. So that's what I'm doing. But we're waiting for Chris to get here. And we got to sand this stuff off because you'll never get a good reading with it on. Yep, taking the prop speed off, or most of it anyway, so we'll have a very smooth machine surface. So I can measure. You can see all the scuff marks like this. Yeah, but I think that might have happened a while ago because there is, well, I don't know. There is some growth on it. So he probably did it. And that's probably when this happened because he loaded up the props, got in some mud or sand, and probably busted these free. So he doesn't know when these were, if they've ever been changed. The boat's 4 or 5 years old, so they're way overdue. Unless, will this reach all the way back? I don't think so. Let me see. Nah, let's do it up here. Okay, now, so we've got this thing rigged up on here, and you can see we pretty much have it on zero. Now Chris is gonna slowly spin the prop. It's about 5 thousandths out of whack. Let me reset and try again, Chris.
Well, both of them have to come out, right?
Yeah. There's 2 tabs that are bent over.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, give her a gentle spin. This one's out about 4 or 5 thousandths. All right, now we got to do the same thing on the other side. So that's not bad. So the props can come off. And I don't know if you saw that, but they took a center punch and peened in the set screws. So those are all going to have to be drilled out. Okay. You have my drill set? It's not at the office. My big Milwaukee set.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Any surface imperfections or anything like that?
Yeah, but the fact that it's going from 0 to 5 and back again, that means something's a little out of whack. All right, spin it. A little more. Tighten it down some more. Let's see. So we did the other one. We got this one rigged up. So just so you can see how delicate this is, watch. I'm going to pull on this. Oh, this might be. Okay. Hang on. Let me get it zeroed out again. Okay. Give her a spin. Let's see.
The gauge is drooping.
Yep. So this one's about 5 thousandths out also. All right. Okay. Watch your knuckles on that fan blade. Yeah. Props off, but getting those set screws out is going to be a chore.
Sure.
Because they, like I said.
Ultimately, we're getting the cutlasses out, replacing them.
Yeah, and the 2 up front too. The 2 half ones, if they have them up there, which they said they did, but I'm not for sure. when that guy comes, if he comes, because I got to go to the doctor appointment.
Half one. Hold on. You talking about the half ones up in the tube?
Yeah, there might be one up in there. Tell him he needs new zincs all the way around. Bow thruster doesn't have any. These are all 8 up. These are 8 up, so he needs new zincs all the way around if he wants us to do it. Make sure you get a contract too, by the way. Yeah, you know, working, man.
Is he feeling better?
Yeah, feeling better. Yep. I'm heading back to the shop to start getting all the heavy equipment that we're going to need. We got to get the Strut Pro, which is a kit that we use. We put on there to press out the cutlass bearings, but it's going to be a while down the road. So the cutlass bearings are inside that strut, okay? And then the shaft runs through the cutlass bearing, which goes through the strut, and then the propeller's on the back. Well, it's got 4 set screws, 2 on each side, that go through the strut and pinch that cutlass bearing. And so they peened those set screws in. So now we have to drill out that peen. It's going to be a little bit of a chore because obviously the set screws are stainless steel, so they're super hard compared to the bronze around them, which is soft. So we'll have to just work at that. The head situation. I'm feeling better. Felt really good on Saturday and Sunday. So I came into work this morning, did a couple things on the boat, and I'm getting ready to go to the neck doctor so they can take a look at my neck. It's a little bit sore, crazy. I can already feel fatigue creeping in from doing just what I was doing. So we'll see what else I get done today.
So Mel, what are we here for today?
We had to take the rudders off to be able to get the shafts out.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? Let me see that.
Yeah.
So the shafts and the props are already at our office. The guys had been working on it a couple days ago. Cutlass were coming out on their own. So that's why he got hauled out. And long story short, apparently, you know, with time, you always find out what the real story is. Apparently, he had run aground in some thick clay, I believe, and he wore off all of his prop speed.
Yep.
That's the story, right, Matt?
Yeah, he grounded it, I guess, last fall is what I found out.
We always find out later.
Yeah, nobody knew, didn't know. And then all of a sudden it comes out, oh, well, I had a grounding. And I'm like, well, that's probably why your shafts are bent and why that is happening. That rubber that squirted out the back of that strut.
Yep.
That's not supposed to be like that.
Yep,
That's
that's
part of the cut. This is going to be easy. Okay, guys, you got the front?
hang on.
Yep. If it's going to drop,
Yeah.
get your toes out of the way and just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay? Or don't drop it. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay. Up. Watch your heads.
Mel,
Okay.
the supervisor.
Down.
Nice job, Mel.
Good. There we go. Fingers clear. Go forward a little bit.
You okay?
Yep. Feeling pretty good this morning, but still got to take it easy. I got riot act read to me from the doctor because I had a little bit of a relapse. I moved some shafts last week and I ended up having like the worst headache ever after that. So I am limited to no more than 20 pounds with a straight knee lift. I can't work above my head with my hands. I can't tip my head back and work. Got AJ with me this morning to be my, he's young. He'll bounce right back. I'm feeling pretty good, but I still got to take it easy. So I will probably work on this. Hey man, how are you? Got a couple things going on and then I'll probably end up going home and having to sit down and not do anything. I actually haven't been taking naps lately, which is, no. Sign of getting better, I guess.
Yeah, just go, just pick it up, bring it back there, and spin it back there.
Where do you want me to put it? Do you want to put it on the pallets there then? Where do I put the soap? Here on the tip?
All over the shaft.
All over it?
Rub it around. All the way, top, bottom, everything. Slide it in, AJ.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Okay, stop. More soap,
More soap.
please. Okay, scrub some more. Twist it while you put it in. Yeah. All right.
What we're doing today is that we are reassembling the drive line. So the starboard side is all complete. I will hop up in the boat and show you guys in a second. But as you can see, couplings installed, dripless couplings installed, the ring with it, and the retention ring that holds everything together. So that side's all good to go. Just have this side to work with. So here's the coupler. Big, heavy. And here's the dripless coupling. The PPSI, I believe. No, PSS dripless coupling. So the way this works is that you slide this end over the stern tube, which is this guy right here. So on the inside, you slide it over. And you put the hose clamps, you tighten the hose clamps around. And this, the inner diameter of this is bigger than the shaft. So it'll actually like move around on the shaft. It doesn't sit true to the shaft. And this guy, he does sit true to the shaft. And the way that this works is that after you get everything installed, coupling on, connected to the motor, blah, 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 you take this guy, and you pretty much put it flush like this, and you mark where it sits. And then with these guys and the size of the shaft, this is a metric shaft, and I believe it was around 70 millimeters, they have to be compressed an inch. So what you have to do is just install this on the boat, install this on the shaft loosely, put them kind of like touching to each other, mark where this sits, and then you have to compress this boot so these bellows compress about an inch, and that is the correct tolerances for this. So here we are inside. Coupling is all in. It's been double torqued. Something that we do. Just go around once, put a dash, go around a second time, put another dash, make an X. That's how we know it's torqued to the right spec. And then here is the PSS dripless coupling. You can see the difference between this one and the one outside. This one has been compressed to its correct tolerance and it's sitting how it's supposed to be. Some things on this boat that have thrown me for a loop that I've never seen before is something like this. So I didn't know, and Mel actually was the one to inform me that this is part of the bonding system. This is the bonding strap for the shaft. These plates right here, right against the ring, and keeps this bonded to the boat. And another thing I didn't realize as well is that I've never seen this before. What I believe this is a kind of RPM measuring device to show how fast the shaft is spinning. But I've never actually seen one before, and this was the first time I was messing with it, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a gear, and I'm guessing this little sensor right here just reads in between the gaps and then just sends a signal like that. So right now, Peter's working on the other side. He's a little bit busy. Might get a little loud too. So that's torque spec. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, mine looked like that, yeah. All right, so we have a little bit of an issue. That coupling, all the bolts slid in quite easily, quite nicely. This one, on the other hand, is out of alignment. And we were looking around, and you can see right here, this bolt actually moved. And it's the same on the other side. Finagle my way over there. You can kind of see that the bolt had moved. So what we need to do now is loosen those two bolts, put some crowbars under it, and try to budge the motor over to back where it was originally sitting. And the reason why I say the front two ones instead of all four of them, because before we jump started into this, I was looking around at the other ones to see if they had kind of like the same markings. And the back ones doesn't seem like they do. It's the same thing on the other side, but it's a little more tricky to see and get to. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it, but it's the same thing on the other side as well. So that kind of tells me that it was just the front of the motor that moved outboard. So we just need to, it moved inboard, so we need to bring it more outboard. So that's what Peter and I are gonna be starting to work on.
So come to find out, after working on this boat for over a week, we found out from the owner that he ran it aground. He didn't tell us that. I don't know why he didn't tell us that, but he didn't. So we ended up working on the boat for a week without that knowledge, and I really wish we would have had that in front because it would have changed the way the job would have gone. But we ended up having to do some things a little different because after that knowledge came, then we discovered why everything was out of whack and bent. Had to pull the shafts and the props. But that's why everything that transpired on this boat, which should have been just some cutlass bearings, ended up transpiring. Good news is she's going in the water at 9:45 and we're going to do a leak check and do a sea trial. It should be good. Hopefully everything checks good. I'm pretty confident it will. Everything looks good inside. All right, let's go over here, do one final check here. So if you're wondering what that is on there, that's a brush block for the bonding system. See that has those carbon pieces right on that collar. So it bonds it all. Bonds that. So we got compression on there. I can see the red. We got marks on all the bolts. Everything looks good and tight. I'm just doing one last check All these got torque marked on them, so I know those are all good. Well, that's the starboard side. Be good here on the port side too. Same thing. Hose clamps are all tight. Boots are compressed to the right spec. Got the bonding block on there. See, we mark them. Torque checking, making sure that should all be good. I'm sure we're all ready. Steering is down here. I already checked all that. That's good. So yeah, I'm freaking excited. I'm a little impatient. Let's get this moving. I want this stuff off my plate. Yeah, I'm gonna give AJ this and he's gonna take video in the engine room and running.
And Matt, can you hold these real quick? Yep. No leaks on this side. Happy about that. No leaks on this side. Happy about that.
Okay, I think we're good.
Let me check the rudders real quick.
Okay, no leaks?
No leaks.
Excuse me. You want to look at both sides?
Yeah. Good on this side. Dry as a bone.
Nothing there. All right, good.
All right. No leaks either. Dry as a bone. Just the way we like to see it. All right, we're all good.
So far, so good.
You ready to fire them up?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Clear props. Ready. Yeah. All right, so it's a bit loud, but right now we're gonna bump the motors into gear, get the shafts moving, see how it moves. Are you gonna bump them?
Now, you got to let them warm up.
Where we're spinning the shafts, making sure everything is staying the way it's supposed to, not leaking. And so far, everything looks great. So I'm super excited about that, really relieved. Of course, the back of anybody's mind when they do a big job like this is it gonna leak? I'm just happy it isn't.
AJ's on board. Everything looks good right now. So they're gonna go out, do some high-speed runs, check everything. I think they're gonna calibrate the autopilot, and then they're gonna go back over to the slip at Perry, drop off AJ, we'll get him, send that to the client.
All right, we're about to get on plane here. All right, go ahead. So right now what we're doing is working out the autopilot, just making sure everything works right, because I just found out that the owner of this boat is taking it back to Maine ASAP. Engines seem to be running fine. No leaks down there. Everything seems to look good. Same with the rudders. Everything is going well. All right, so we just got off plane, went out there, did a couple loops, a couple laps, made sure everything felt right. Heading back to the marina now. But, oh boy, try to keep my balance here. Since we're at a lower RPM now, it's gonna be real loud. You guys aren't gonna hear me, but I'm just gonna go down here and I'm gonna check everything, make sure there's no leaks, making sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. So give me a second here. It's toasty down here. Everything's working, everything's spinning, there's no water flying out, which is a good sign. This side too. I am quite happy with this.